आ गई, हमारी बारी आ गई।
आपने ये बोला कि हम आपकी जो डिमांड है वो जो लॉ है उसको खत्म करने की है, पहली जो डिमांड सबसे पहली, तो वो उसमें अगर सरकार ये तैयार हो जाती है कि हमको चलिए कुछ संशोधन कर देते हैं, हम कुछ चीज हटा देते हैं, कुछ चीज रिमूव कर देते हैं, उस पर आप लोग मानेंगे या आप लोग को चाहिए होगा पूरी तरह से लॉ ही खत्म हो जाए?
देखिए, हमारा निशाना है किसानों की जमीन बचाना जी। और ये जो कानून है बड़े उल्टे सीधे कानून है, इनमें बड़ा स्पष्ट है कि किसानों की जमीन छीनने के लिए बने हुए हैं। ये कानून हर हाल में रद्द होने चाहिए। इनमें केवल किसानों की जमीन का मामला नहीं है, पूरे देश के लोग हैं जो, उनके लिए खाना भी मुश्किल हो जाएगा।
ये जो प्रधानमंत्री जी का कहना है कि ये जो कानून है ये फेवर के लिए है, जो किसान है उनको फेवर मिलेगा, उनके लिए अच्छा होगा, और काफ़ी चीज़ें जो प्राइवेटाइजेशन की बात जैसा लोग आरोप लगा रहे हैं वो सारी चीज़ें गलत हैं, वो उनका एक कहना र्यूमर है, र्यूमर में फंसे हुए हैं लोग। ऐसा क्या है ये?
देखिए बात ये है,
क्योंकि आपको लगता नहीं कि पीएम साहब जब इस पर डायरेक्टली आप लोग से बात कर रहे हैं और डायरेक्टली वो बोल रहे हैं तो वो तो इसकी मतलब बड़ाई कर रहे हैं इस कानून की, तो कैसे स्क्रैप कर पाएंगे? तो लॉ को कैसे खत्म करेंगे?
मैं इस बात पे ये कहूँगा कि मुझे लग रहा है कि हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी क्योंकि बहुत बड़ा पद है, पूरा देश संभालना है, कभी इधर ध्यान कभी उधर ध्यान, वो उनके पास ये समय नहीं होगा, उन्होंने ये पढ़े नहीं होंगे कानून के, कानूनों में लिखा क्या है, उन्होंने केवल साइन किए होंगे। अगर इन कानूनों को कोई अच्छी तरह कोई ईमानदार प्रधानमंत्री पढ़ लेता और ईमानदारी से पढ़ने के बाद देश के हित और अपने किसानों के हित के बारे में सोचता तो कभी इन कानूनों पे साइन नहीं करता। इतने खतरनाक कानून है ये, और उनको मुझे लग रहा है कि उनको समय नहीं मिला होगा, उन्होंने पढ़े नहीं होगा ये, तो लोगों के कहने पर ही।
तो आप मिलेंगे तो ये बोलेंगे कि जो प्रतिनिधि सरकार के कि आप कानून पढ़ाइए?
हम कहेंगे जब वो हमें पढ़ाने का प्रयास कर रहे हैं, हम उन्हें पढ़ाने के लिए तो जा रहे हैं कि आप पढ़िए ना, हमें क्यों पढ़ा रहे हैं?
फुल है जो इससे कुछ रिजल्ट निकलेगा।
सरकार है वो हमारी, वो क्यों हमारे दुश्मन थोड़ी है, ना हम उनके दुश्मन है ना वो हमारे दुश्मन है, वो हमारी सरकार है। कहीं ना कहीं जो हम कह रहे हैं कि ये हमारे लिए बहुत खतरनाक है, वो कह रहे हैं कि ये बहुत अच्छे हैं, कहीं ना कहीं कुछ ना कुछ मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग है। वो मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग है जी, वो सरकार दी ਅਸੀਂ ਕੱਢਾਂਗੇ और सरकार ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ मतलब मजबूर करांगे कि कानून वापस ले।
ठीक है, आप अपना नाम बता दीजिए। और
जगजीत सिंह डल्ले वाला, स्टेट प्रेसिडेंट भारतीय किसान एकता सिद्धपुर पंजाब।
ठीक ठीक है, ओके।
All right, that you just heard one of the farmer union leaders there talking about the fact that they have accepted the centre's talks invitation. Farmers, of course, have continued to put forth their demands, and the main demand being that all three laws will have to be scrapped. They're not going to accept anything less than that. Aside from that, they're also demanding other things. They want a law for MSP as well. That as well is something that has been part of their list of demands. But of course, what remains to be seen is what comes out of these talks, where 36 farmer representatives will be attending meets. Essentially, the farmers have said that the government has accepted their offer for talking without conditions. Remember, earlier on, the government had put forth the conditions that only if they move to the Burari ground, will the government then hold talks. But the farmers refused to accept any sort of preconditions, any sort of conditional offers as far as the talks are concerned. And then after that, the government offered talks without any conditions as well. In fact, their demands include the 3 farm laws that should be withdrawn. Don't bring ordinance that reduces electricity subsidy by 20%, and as far as MSP is concerned, a new law for MSP. Alok is with us. Alok, we've heard what the farmer leaders had to say. You also just spoke to one of them as well. If you can take us through what is now, obviously the next step is going to be to see what comes out of the meeting, but right now it looks as if the farmers are not going to give up on their main demand of withdrawing all the 3 farm laws.
Yes, so definitely the farmers are on their stands and they are not going to go back from their stand. As of now, they are categorically said that the main issue was related to the farm law, and they want it to be scrapped. And that is why they are doing their protest. That is why they are doing their agitation for past 2 months. And now they have reached at this situation where now the government has themselves asked them to come for the talks. So definitely they have managed to make the pressure on the government. And that is why the meeting which was scheduled on 3rd of December, now it is happening on 1st of December. That is today at 3 p.m. Now, today after the meeting, the farmers have decided that they will put 3 demands before them. First is farm law, the scrapping of this farm law, and also the removal of the 2 other ordinances that was made. सर आपसे बात करना चाहेंगे 2 मिनट अगर आप, क्योंकि हम लाइव पे हैं, आपको जाना भी होगा, 3 बजे आप लोग की मीटिंग है. आप सर किस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, पहले तो ये बताइएगा.
बूटा सिंह बुर्जगिल भारतीय किसान यूनियन एकता डकौन का प्रेसिडेंट.
तो आप भी उसी में से जाएंगे, आप भी उन 32 में से?
हाँ, जाएंगे मीटिंग में.
ठीक है, तो ये बताइए सर कि अब जो सबसे बड़ा सवाल ये है, क्योंकि ये जो मीटिंग अभी हो रही है वो उन्हीं लोगों के साथ मीटिंग हो रही है जो पहले भी हुई थी मीटिंग, यानी कि एग्रीकल्चर मिनिस्टर के साथ आपकी पहले भी मीटिंग हो चुकी है, लेकिन उस मीटिंग में कुछ रिजल्ट नहीं निकलेगा. आपको लगता है कि इस बार रिजल्ट निकल पाएगा?
ਹੁਣ ਦੇਖੋ ਅਸਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦਾ ਕਰਤਾ ਧਰਤਾ ਨਾ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਚਲਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਭਾਰਤ ਸਰਕਾਰ, ਅਮਿਤ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਜਾਂ ਮੋਦੀ 2 ਜਾਣੇ ਚਲਾ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਨੁਮਾਇੰਦਾ ਅਮਿਤ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠਣਗੇ. ਇਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਉੱਪਰ ਹੋਰ ਕੌਣ ਹੈ? ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ. ਅਗਰ ਹੱਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਗੇ, ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ.
ठीक है, हाँ. आप लोग रखेंगे क्या क्या डिमांड सर, जो एक बार फिर से बता दीजिए.
ਉਹ ਡਿਮਾਂਡ ਅਸੀਂ ਨਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜਿੱਦੇ ਨਰਿੰਦਰ ਤੋਮਰ ਨਾਲ ਮੀਟਿੰਗ ਹੋਈ ਆ, 8 ਸੂਤਰੀ ਮੰਗ ਪੱਤਰ ਆ, ਉਹ ਹਾਂ ਉਹ ਰਿਟਨ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ.
ठीक है,
ਉਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਬਹਿਸ ਕਰੀ ਜਾਏ.
उनको पता है कि क्या क्या चीजें हैं, लेकिन आपकी जो मेन डिमांड है वो कानून को खत्म करने वाली है.
हाँ, वो कानून खत्म करने वाले ਜਿਹੜੇ खेती विरोधी 3 कानून.
अच्छा, अगर वो ये बात बोलते हैं कि हम कानून खत्म नहीं कर रहे, हम उसमें कुछ संशोधन कर देते हैं, यानी हम कुछ कानून में कुछ चेंजेस ले आते हैं, तो क्या आप लोग मानेंगे उस बात?
देखो साडी डिमांड है कि रद्द किए जान. अगर वो की प्रपोजल लेके आउंदे देख लेंगे, जे ठीक लगेगी मान जाएंगे, ना ठीक लगेगी रद्द कर देंगे.
मतलब किसानों की फेवर में होनी चाहिए, तभी आप लोग
किसानों की फेवर में होनी चाहिए.
ठीक है, so this is what the thing is. Definitely the farmers are completely on their stand that the farm laws should be scrapped, but if the government comes out with any kind of solution, they are ready to initiate with that as well. But right now the farmers organization, all 36 farmers organizations are going to do the meeting with the ministers, with the central ministry. Back to you.
All right, Alok, thanks for getting us those details, those voices as well. We'll, of course, have to see what comes out of that particular meeting. Meanwhile, the centre has been in a huddle, for 3 days now. Let me, in fact, go across to Ayushman there. Ayushman, this is now the 3rd meeting that was being held at the BJP chief's house, JP Nadda's residence, where we have seen in the past 3 days also these meetings have been held to figure out on how to deal with the farmers' protest. And this, of course, before the farmers meet with the farmers, another meeting being held among the leaders as well.
Yes, Avni, in fact, this has been the strategic point where the meeting has been taking place for the top brass of the BJP. We have seen the central top leadership gathering here, and they discussing the issues out here, and then the agriculture minister going to Union Home Minister's residence, and then HM giving out a statement, then also agriculture minister extending the olive branch for discussion. And yesterday, finally, an invitation was sent to the 32 unions for talks, and currently even the unions have agreed to meet at least because for past 4 days, 4 to 5 days, in fact, the channel was completely clogged and there was no dialogue going on. And for now, definitely what we can say is that the top brass of the BJP is meeting, and it is expected that by 3 when this after this meeting is over, by 3 p.m. when the other meeting takes place with the Kisan Union, we can reach up to certain point where at least the farmers, the centre has decided. In fact, centre comes out with a plan where they can actually convince the farmer, because for now, if you see, the farmers are relentlessly trying to persuade centre to roll back these laws, which in current context seems to be an impossibility.
All right, Ayushman, those, of course, important details coming in at this point in time. So there have been a lot of meetings that have been held as well. Let me also go back to Alok here. Alok, so if you can also tell us, what's happening at the borders. Meanwhile, this, of course, is one step in the right direction, that the farmers are going to accept the talks, the invitation for talks, and are going at 3 p.m. What's happening at the various borders?
See, Avni, almost 3 borders are completely affected because of this farmers' agitation. One is where I am standing. This is Sindhu border, and the other two borders are Uttar Pradesh, Ghaziabad, the Delhi border, that is Ghazipur border, and other is Tikri border, that is connecting Bahadurgarh district of Haryana. So these three borders are affected because of this farmer agitation, and two borders are completely shut, which are touching Haryana. But right now I am showing you the visuals of Singhu border, and here you can see the tractor trolleys on the street, and these tractor trolleys are not here from Haryana. These tractor trolleys are coming from Punjab, and they have come here from Punjab for past 5 days, and it's already today is the 6th day. Now on the 6th day, after continuous protest of the 6th day, now the government is ready to initiate the talks. My video journalist is showing you, Wasim is showing you the visuals of the farmers. Just a few hours before, there was a langar, and in fact the langar was given to the people who came here for the protest. The langar was made, prepared, and now what we can say that the afternoon lunch has already been ended. Now the preparation will be taking place for the evening lunch, because it's 20,000, around 15 to 20,000 people are here at the Singhu border, and across the other borders as well. There are thousands of farmers from Punjab and Haryana are still coming, and they are joining the protest that is going on here in the national capital, that is related to the farm law. So definitely the farmers are getting daily number of people support. In fact, the Khaf Panchayat has also extended their support to the farmers. So
Yes.
definitely that is all made the pressure, that is
Right.
all built the pressure on the government, and now the government is ready to initiate the talks. Back to you.
All right, Alok, stay with us. Let me also go across to Avik Sahab, Suraj India, who's joining us on the phone line. Avik Sahab, thank you so much for joining us. This is good news here, of course. The fact that there is a channel of communication that has now finally opened up after 6 days that we are seeing this. Of course, it remains to be seen what comes out of these talks, but at least it is a step in the right direction.
Yes, I would imagine so. These are, of course, exploratory, and we must understand that and not overbuild the expectations. There is a huge gap of understanding between the government and the farmers' organizations. The government continues to insist that these laws are all very good, and the farmers are very clear that these are very bad for farmers and farming. So exactly, I would imagine the first thing to do is to draw up a terms of reference, almost as if what are the issues of differences that need to be discussed, and to set it in an agenda and start the discussion. However, as of now, it is not as if a very small difference exists which can be easily bridged. So no build-up of expectations, yet of course positivity should be in the air.
All right, Avik Sahab, request you to please stay on the line with us. I'm just going to go across to Ayushman there, where that meeting seems to have ended of the BJP top, of the centre's top leaders at this point in time. Yes, Ayushman, please go ahead. All right, we seem to have lost that line with Ayushman. We'll just try and reconnect. But Avik Sahab, coming back to you, you pointed out that, we need to make sure that there will be the terms of reference that need to be set up, and the specific points of dispute between the centre and the farmers also need to be, put down. But, from what we've heard over the last several days, there are a lot of various issues that the farmers have, and that have been brought up even by various experts as well. Do you see any kind of a middle ground being reached? Because from what we understand, the centre is not going to take back the farm laws altogether. They may come some way, halfway, but would the farmers be willing to come ahead in some manner to try and reach a middle ground?
This needs to be cleared once and for all for your viewers.
Yes.
The farmers have only one demand. That is a guaranteed environment of income.
Okay.
The way to achieve it, according to the farmers, is to legalize MSP and to legalize the processes of farmers getting MSP for all crops. That's the demand. The central government has not addressed these demands but has come up with the new laws. So the farmers are compelled to have this new demand, which is to say, please jug these laws. These do not meet our requirements. The central government, at this point, I do not expect the central government to, in the first few meetings say, yes, they will be jugged, though eventually they will have to be repealed. But the central government could show positivity by agreeing to freeze the operation of these laws for the time being, implementation, and say, all right, let's talk further from here.
Right.
And again, on the issue of income, there is no difference, at least on paper and in articulation. The Prime Minister says the income should be doubled. So he feels there is need for income. That has been the electoral position always of the BJP. So if the ways and means to assure and ensure income is ascertained, then laws are not the relevant issue here.
Right.
And these set of laws.
Right.
The laws to assure that income are, of course, very relevant.
Okay.
Yes, a lot of ground, but there are not numerous issues. That should not cloud our mind. There aren't numerous issues. There is only one issue.
Okay. All right. Aviksa, thank you so much for joining us with that perspective. We will, of course, see what happens and what comes out of those talks. Meanwhile, let's go across to Ayushman, who is at JP Nadda's residence at this point in time where that meeting was underway. Yes, Ayushman, please go ahead.
Yes, in fact, that meeting, the high-level meeting of the BJP's top brass has ended here, and we have seen Rajnath Singh coming out and also Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar also heading out. But inside is Union Home Minister Amit Shah and BJP President JP Nadda. They are still there, and currently two people have left just after the crucial meeting, and we are being told currently that the centre has in fact chalked out the plan as to what can be kept in front of the farmer leaders when they come out. But the most important aspect is the demand number one, which the farmers are keeping, that these laws must be repealed. How would centre tackle that? That remains to be seen. But for now, the meeting which was there at JP Nadda's residence has concluded. Avni.
All right, Ayushman, thank you so much for joining us with all of those details.